All right. Let's see what gold's doing. I don't know if any of you guys were here the other night. I said just a couple things the other night. First, I said 33.50. Like when we got off the stream, I was saying maybe keep an eye on 33.50. The other night, I was saying gold will probably come down maybe into this area. 33.50, 33.40. I was saying we could maybe come down for a move up or come down for a move up. 33.50 was the level to keep an eye on. So far, like if you look at price, we did come down to 33.50. There was some trading opportunities there between like 33.50, 33.45. So far, like gold, I think still trying to maybe set up like this is how I was looking at it the other night. Like we could come down 33.40. Looks like it's holding, and it's just come back to 33.50. Literally, it swept those lows. 33.50. I've been looking for buys at like 33.45, 33.50. Came down this morning. It took out these lows and then shot up. It looks like it's trying to find those buys still. Maybe go up. 33.40 is holding. The market took out these lows right here. I was saying other night though, I didn't analyze a lot, but analyzed this the other night. This is what I saw the other night. I was saying expect it to come down maybe to like 33.40 or even lower potentially. And before I got off that stream, I said keep an eye on 33.50 as well. And there's been, this looked like a buy the dip situation, like gold just dumped. There was a buy early in New York, like here, but it didn't stick. There's a buy here in New York, especially like early New York. It didn't stick. And then now recovery's going up. I sent a buy, it went into profit, took a small loss. I ended up getting some re-entries shortly after it hit my stop loss. Market came right back up. I held some positions, like this thing hit my stop loss. I took some small L's, but ended up holding some. Been looking for buys. Was looking for buys yesterday morning. This morning was looking for buys early New York. It ended up going to profit a little bit and then came down. I held some of those and it recovered. Luckily there. But right now, like, I mean, if you look at gold, like I said the other night, we could maybe come down to like 33.40 before going up. Market's starting to do that. If any of you guys were paying attention to that analysis from the other night. That's all I've talked about this week, because that's all I've been really looking at. Was 33.50, kind of between like 33.50 and 33.40. I was taking buys at 33.45, 33.50 this week so far. I caught a good move up. Missed the sell last night. I was going to send a sell last night, but missed it, hesitated. Right now, not really an entry right now. Maybe want pullbacks. Not really an entry right now. It just recovered 33.50. Might hold this zone again. Just came back and might try to hold this zone. 33.50, 33.45 again. There's a big wick down. Market took out these lows. and then it went for recovery. It's literally back in where I was buying it this morning. Price is literally back at where I was buying it. Made a wick down, stop losses were hit, and then what do you know, it recovers. I saw in the 5 minute and 1 minute, it looked like it was starting to accumulate in here. Right now, it looks like price is trying to recover and go back up. You might swing up, maybe buy stick and you get that swing up. 1 hour looks like it's gonna close bullish. Stock market's dropping. Crypto had a little bit of a pump, but now pulling back. There was a bit of a pump on Bitcoin this morning. We had a dip, so first pullback on Bitcoin since it broke up. We dropped what, like 5%, more than 5%. Say the first pullback here on Bitcoin happened since this big rally up that we had this past week. It's a big week in crypto. You can see a lot of different cryptos moving. We're above some key areas like 115,000, 110,000. You can see previous resistance at 110,000 on Bitcoin over here, around there. The 110, 111K previous level over there. We got like the 115 here, 115K, kind of hovering above that right now, $115,000. 110 is back down here. Looks like again around 110, 110K. 111,000, 110,000. You can see some resistance over there. Back on Bitcoin, and then this 115K area, we broke out. We have some demand here. We have a little bit of a demand zone here, like you can see to the left, actually, right here. We have a little bit of a demand area, actually. So yeah, we've had what here? Like a 5.6% dip on Bitcoin. It just pumped up, was recovering quickly there, and now we're back down at 117 right now. Stock market's dropping. Some things at least. And now everything's probably pulling back a bit on Bitcoin and other coins a bit. Little pullbacks. Some things look like they're accumulating lower. Bitcoin's obviously high. Ethereum above 3K. That's impressive. Still looks like we're trying to break above 3K. Ethereum's just holding 3K. Looks like it's trying to break above 3K. Yeah, Bitcoin first pullback here that we had. Might get some recovery from this pullback. Like, see this pullback? It was what, 7%? Some of these pullbacks that happen, 5%. That's a 5% pullback right there. So could the market go into it deeper? Like even like a 10%? 10% would take us, where would 10% would take us down to like 110, right? So we could potentially here, guys, potentially get some recovery on Bitcoin. That recovery could flush out if it's gonna go into a bigger one and then like a bigger move up, but you're probably gonna get some like recovery here. We had our first dip here from what, 123K down to like the 116s. Yeah, guys, anyone in my inner circle, again, make sure you go through the first steps, comment your Discord, Make sure you guys go through the videos, alright? First step section. Make sure for the tool guys, everyone who's commented has access to the tool guys. Every single username has access to the tool guys, alright? So everyone who has commented. If you haven't commented, then you might not have access. So if you've commented your TradingView username, you have access. If you haven't commented your TradingView username, you might not have access. So make sure, guys, you go through the video too there. There's a video that I made on this as well. For those of you guys in my inner circle. All of you guys have, people keep messaging me. Some of you guys keep messaging me for a week, 2 weeks. Some of you guys have access already. That have had access. I can't re-give you access. So there's 248 of you that have access. So some of you guys haven't commented. That's what I mean. Some of you guys haven't commented on it. You have to comment here and you have access. Use on chart. It'll upload to the chart. But you have to switch the settings. So you're gonna have to switch the settings. There's a video on this in my inner circle. We're not going to go over this right now. We'll go over this later. Make sure you guys are using school. Make sure you guys are active in school, using school, watching the videos in school. First steps, if you're not in the Discord, you probably haven't commented your Discord username here. If you're not in the Discord. But all of you should be in the Discord. If you've commented your username, everybody should be in the Discord. If you're not, again, if you're not in my in the inner circle Discord, make sure you guys comment. There might be a few of you missing. Yeah, so Bitcoin first drop almost 6%. That could have some recovery. I think we'll see. You just saw a little big pump there. Came to this like imbalance. You could see maybe a stronger recovery potentially on Bitcoin. Like this dip could bring us that spring back up, or it could turn, like if we look over here for instance, like so like over here, like let's just say like market can have a big dip and then there can be a recovery. And then the dip can turn into a dippity dip, let's just say. So we'll probably get a recovery. I can see maybe us getting a recovery on Bitcoin. We'll probably get a recovery, if anything. That recovery could turn into potentially a bigger dip. Maybe a dip turning into a dippity dip. Maybe seeing a situation like this. where you did get a nice rally, but you made a top and you got that first dip down, and then you get recovery. So again, we'll probably get a recovery before fixing the camera here a bit. We'll probably get that first recovery. Now we'll see how strong that goes. July 15th, not too much time left in July. August is typically known as a bearish month for crypto. So August going into September tends to be the worst season for crypto. So we're coming to, usually, in terms of seasonality, we're coming to the worst season for crypto, usually. So yeah, everything's pumping, everything's exciting right now. But we're about to go into August/September, which historically is a terrible month for crypto. It's the worst season for the market. And we're going into that. August, September. Historically, tends to be a bad time of the year for the market. Anybody who's been in crypto long enough knows. So market's rallying, exciting right now, going up right now and stuff with Bitcoin, Ethereum pumping, Solana not really doing as much. Solana maybe building up more, but we're getting July pump. July tends to be a bullish month. July actually tends to be a bullish month for crypto. I even was saying that in June on these live streams. July tends to actually perform bullish in terms of seasonality. But August going into September, so August heading towards September, that tends to be bearish. So brace yourself, because between now and September, we'll probably see a liquidation event. Maybe a flash crash, a correction, short-term bear period, like a short-term bearish period where maybe the market pulls back, where there's a liquidation event on buyers, where leverage, longers get liquidated. We see one of those days or one of those weeks, one of those little periods where it's like all red. Between now and September, you'll probably get that. You'll probably get that, maybe a flash crash, liquidation event, multiple liquidations. So just brace yourself for that, because that's probably going to come. And that'll give you your kind of correction, your short-term bear. That could maybe go, yeah, we'll probably see a recovery, but that recovery could even maybe come down more. Maybe back to like 110. But for now, like where price is now, just gotta watch out for August going into September. Like there could be, like from my experience, I've seen it. I just got that feeling too, and I've seen it. I remember last year, August, oh man. But that September was the time to buy. So last year, even the year before, like multiple years, like September was the time to buy. So you might get that this year as well. If you really just stay patient, pay attention to the market. If the market just happens to see a bearish August going into September, then it's following pretty much like a seasonal pattern that tends to repeat and has over time. So let's say the market gives you that this year, might be a buy signal, because if that happens, the market will probably be panicking at fear, at like a fearful stage. All right, just brace yourself. I'd say brace yourself for that. I've been in crypto for over 10 years, so I've seen my Augusts and Septembers and then how they perform after. Like last year, August after, so like last year, let's go to the daily for this. Like you could see, like even last year, July pumped. Like all July pumped last year. If you when you look at Bitcoin last year and you look at the market, even ETH pumped a bit, but Bitcoin pumped last summer in July, and then going into August just did like this was July right here last year. So maybe like towards the end of July, this thing could start to drop. Like it corrected once here, and then it went up. It corrected again. It went up, and then dumped into August. August had some recovery. So August, September was time to buy last year. After that dump, like between August and September, was time to buy last year. After it dumped. So if you get like an August dump this year, like look at last year, if you get that same dump this year, pay attention to some of the coins you like, some of the coins you believe in, maybe even Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. Pay attention to maybe where some of the coins you pay attention to are, right? In that time period between August and September. Because if you look at last year, August crashed. August crashed last year and then recovered, but then it dropped again into September, but September it rallied after that. Same with the year before. Like the year before, like August dumped. Like if you look at the year before, it was like end of June went up. July's here. So where's August the year before? August is right here the year before. So you can see like August, and then it just death. A little bit of recovery. So August, September, that year as well. The year before, August, September, like after the August crash, September. So during August, just pay attention this year. I'm giving you guys just a heads up now of something that could happen that most people won't be thinking about right now, because obviously price is super bullish right now on Bitcoin. So most people aren't going to be thinking about this. Most people are going to be like, oh my god, Bitcoin's going up. So right now, you got to pay attention to the fact that there could be one of these coming before end of the year rally, like October, November, December. We might get to August. Like if you look at last 2 years, even if I think we go to last 3 years as well. Yeah, August dumped even the last 3 years. September would have been a good buy the last 3 years. Not as much that year because it still went down more and then rallied later on in the year. But you look at the last 2 years as an example, there could be a very big August crash. See, that goes into September. So maybe like end of August, middle August. If the market crashes, middle August, end of August, going into September would be the time to look for buys. Not right now. Right now you'd be buying high, but right now maybe Solana, some altcoins that are low, but things could still. Solana's better. So I think maybe Solana, ETH, Bitcoin's high. This is probably one thing most people aren't going to be thinking about right now. So just maybe, like, I like to always think worst case scenario. So just maybe think this is like the worst case scenario thinking going for the summer. Rest of the summer here is that August crash happens. It's happened 2 years in a row. So 2 years in a row, there's been that August crash. So I mean, could happen technically 3 years in a row. Could happen this year as well. Price right now, dumping. Gold, what's gold doing? Gold's probably pulling back a bit. There's a buy setting up. What's the 4 hour doing? Gold pulled back, that's better. I'll watch gold to keep an eye on it. Everything's moving right now like crazy. Crypto's flushing out. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the flush out. Yeah, things could flush out. Like, cause that, even if you go, like I'm showing you 2 years, if you go back multiple years, you'll see August tends to be kind of a scary month. Even here, if you look at like August, out of all the years you have, most years you can see that are red, that are in the negative, and pretty big percentages too. most years. There's only a couple green years in there. It's pretty much the month and September. If you look at August and September, they're the 2 months in crypto that pretty much have like the most red you can see like consistently as like a bearish month. So we're heading maybe into that phase. It'll be quick. Like look at what last year did, for instance. If you look at last year, it went quick. Like look at this. Like July's here, August is here, September's here. So it's pretty fast. Like it went up, and then it went down, then it went back up, and then it went down. But then by the end of the year, look how much it went up too. So there's a pump at the end of the year, or more towards the end of the year. So you're likely to see something similar this year, I think. I think it might try to repeat similar events, similar behavior, similar market, like try to get the same market sentiment. Because if this happens, think about the market sentiment, then everyone's going to be freaking out. Could be a scenario for August. So I like to always kind of think worst case scenario for things. Kind of like bottom line, like okay, but it comes from experience too. I've been in a lot of August and Septembers, so it comes with that being said too, like seeing it as well, not just, you know, and obviously this as well is important. So that comes from experience and understanding that. Nice area on gold. Wick, big wick. There's a wick rejection on the 4 hour. 3340 is holding. See a nice area there at 3340. Moving averages are kind of intact there. See a nice area there that I highlighted with the green zone, the green rectangle. Highlighting that area. Why? You can see a lot of action there, like resistance, bounces, breakouts, multiple reactions, both like support and resistance in that area. So that looks good here. Like gold could potentially try to hold this area overall and maybe have a bigger move up when we're looking like at the 4 hour right now. I know someone mentioned in the chat as well, it did take out that low. If you look at the low here, we did take this low out, we swept it, and quickly we've gone above it. Like the market didn't spend much time below it, and you know, quickly it went back above it, making a wick here. Even on the 1 hour, you can see on the 1 hour the market went below that low there, swept it underneath, grabbed it. And there is a demand, there is an area of demand right here as well. This is a demand spot, so some demand right there as well. It looks like 3340 is gonna hold. Maybe market comes back between like 3345, 3340 area for buys. The 4 hour could potentially hold as well in this area. It's a nice clean area we can see on the chart. Something to keep an eye on maybe for the day, going in towards like the end of London session. But yeah, not a bad zone. If you look at this zone on gold, there's been a lot of reactions here. I think gold's going to try to hold this area. It does look pretty decent for buys setting up. We probably need to give it some breathing room on stop loss. Like minimum, like minimum right now for gold should be like $10. That's probably about like under here. Like stop loss wherever you're entering on gold, if you're getting entries around the 40s, like 33.45, where price is at 33.45 or a bit lower, like stop loss underneath this low. Maybe see if we can swing back up to the highs or higher if it holds this area. But you can see it on the 4 hour. I've highlighted it a few times here, like that 4 hour area on gold. Oh, this is pretty much what I talked about the other night, like maybe coming down to 3340, 3350 area the other night. So we may hold that. Looks like we might hold that area. Like it could be trying to form some rejection here, like some support here, like setting up. There's a big wick down. Silver's dropping though. Looks like even right now we just got a big 1 hour close. Like we had that big wick there that went down. Last candle was green. This one's bullish as well, like opening bullish a couple minutes ago. Looks like it's holding 40, 45. Like it went underneath these lows. It could try to pop up from the looks of it here. Like when it swept the lows, big wick rejection. If you're trading this, like stop loss underneath the low, it looks like it's gonna push up though. Like it grabbed enough. Maybe trying to reclaim. What is it? 3350. The 3350 level. The whole number. Now Bitcoin's going for a doozy right now. This is like the first, like we're getting a dip situation. There was a big wick right there. So it could even come back to like 110. Like there's even structure at 110. Like this dip could turn into a dippity dip. Even back to 110. The first level, like if there's recovery, would be for me, like I marked 115 because that's like pretty much like the next psychological level. And then 110, that would be another psychological, like $110,000. There's also resistance around 110. So like 115, that's like a whole number, psychological level. It's doing a pretty decent pullback when you measure it in percentage now. It's dropping like 6%. Comes to 110, that's a pretty decent drop, 10%. $115 looks like the first kind of number it's coming to here. 115 maybe trying to get tested. There's probably a lot of buyers. So like even recoveries can happen, and then flushes out can happen, and stronger recoveries. That's what creates those like stronger recoveries. Or if you were to go down but form like a very large wick, if it went down and then recovered, formed a large wick. But 115 maybe gonna hold on this first pullback that the market made. If not, then I would see this turning into like a dippity dip, going back to like 110. Which I mean, if like, where's everything else? Like Ethereum's below 3K now, so if Bitcoin drops, Ethereum drops down. But then, you know, Bitcoin will be at like 110 and everything else will be a lot lower in that instance, right? Some things more than others. Like Bitcoin goes to 110K. It's still going to be 110,000 a coin, but a lot of coins are going to be maybe at lower prices. Maybe find some lower prices versus where they are now. If that 110 comes, you'll see other coins, maybe other altcoins or other major coins that, you know, have good prices, that are good projects at better prices, lower prices. But for now, maybe 115 holds for the short term. But I think his recovery comes down, and then maybe a stronger recovery from there. If we go back to like the 110. Which isn't bad for Bitcoin. But that, if it drops to 110, that might be, maybe that's Bitcoin dominance shifting. Altcoins, but that wouldn't be as good for other coins. If we're really bullish, if Bitcoin's super bullish right now and it's just going into like a full bull, then it holds this level and tries to keep climbing. It holds, like we broke above resistance here, so like people's average prices are even going up, increasing. If the recovery, I think there's going to be like just a recovery, not a strong recovery. I think there's going to be a recovery, but maybe that takes us into a stronger recovery. But we're all above this. Break and retest. Solana's interesting to me because, like, okay, Ethereum's like 3K. Bitcoin was 118 this morning, 116 now. Solana to me is maybe a bit undervalued in a way. I would think. Solana might be good to keep an eye on. If you look at the market, like Bitcoin's 116 right now. I mean, Solana has been trading between. If you look at the price, we're at 158 right now. Been trading between $100, 125. You know, we've been just trading between here for a while. Solana. Definitely, I think with where Bitcoin's price is, it's like, whoa, like Bitcoin's obviously way higher than all the market. XRP's even pretty high. XRP hit like $3. Now Solana's hit, you know, over here. What was this? $204. You got up here $265. So we've hit higher prices on Sol. Up here's 290s, almost 300. Now, yeah, you look at those prices for Sol price right now, and you compare like where Bitcoin was at those times. Like Bitcoin in March 2024, Bitcoin was much lower. Like Bitcoin was March 2024, we're way back here. Like when Solana was $204 first, Bitcoin was over here. And then you have this past, like more recently, like Bitcoin when we were reaching the 90s, between 90,000 and 100K. Solana, where was Solana at that time? When we were reaching 90 to 100K, Solana was ripping towards $255 per coin, pretty much, like around that time. Wait, yep. And then when Solana was like, yeah, when Bitcoin was up here in like the hundreds, high 90s, like 90,000, hundreds, up around here. Where was Sol? Sol was much higher. Sol was in like $300. So interesting enough. You'd think Sol would be a bit higher right now, right? Maybe like $190, $200 range. Sol might be an interesting one to keep an eye on. We've been, if you look at this 125, so Solana. At $100, $125, $150. Some of the prices I have marked on it. We've been trading like above 100. We've been trading pretty much above $100 for a while on this coin since December 2023, just a bit before 2024. It's been above $100 for a while. It even came to $100 this year, April. So yeah, like 125, 150. Interesting price accumulation area. Like it pretty much accumulates above like $100, all in here. It's like a big accumulation zone, I think. Yeah, Solana could be one to keep an eye on for the next couple weeks, months. Because we've been to almost 300. But Bitcoin was in like the 90s. the 90s and 100Ks, like just kind of arriving to there, you know. First, like way back over here. Well, not way back, but over here. So I think Solana accumulating, maybe accumulating. DCA, maybe DCA Solana, it's definitely accumulating. Even if there's dips down, like we've been above $100 since price has been, yeah, above $100 now for 500 plus days, 569 days. ETH 2, $3,000 roughly. That's the price it's gonna want to try to get above sooner or later. When Ethereum was $4,000 not that long ago. Not that long ago. That's when Bitcoin again was pretty much 90, 100K, 90s, 100s, first time. Now Bitcoin's way beyond that. So it's looking like these coins have some catch up game to make, like Ethereum and Solana. It's more a matter of like when, not if. I think it's a when. It's obviously taking time. Accumulation isn't overnight. I mean, if you understand what I'm saying, like the more Solana you can have before it gets back to those prices is key. The more Ethereum you can get before it gets to those prices is key. Before it plays that catch-up game. The more you can acquire, if you understand, before it plays that catch-up game is the key essence. $3,000, if price can get above 3,000, it'll probably explode. Anytime it's done that, it's really moved. $3,000 is this area that I'm marking. If it can get above 3,000, it'll try to trade its way probably like 3,500, 3,600, and then maybe even 4K. If it can break above, like that's a big if, obviously. It's more about like when is it gonna break above. Don't know if it's right now, but if we can get above 3K, then market can flip more bullish and go more bullish above that price. There's a lot of shorts right now on Ethereum. So I think the highest level in shorts right now are actually in the market, which you could take for, you could look at that as a different way, as like liquidations could happen. It's like so much shorts were just liquidated on Bitcoin in the last week. Above 3K gives us movement up. It doesn't mean it's just gonna happen like right here, but if price can manage to break above 3K, that'll give us movement up. If you look at that $3,000 threshold historically on Ethereum, you'll notice above there gives us a nice push up. Look at, like, see these green little boxes I have squared? I've mentioned this on stream several times. These were like consolidation accumulation areas. I've mentioned these little green boxes several times on stream. Above 2,000, several times on stream, I've mentioned those green boxes where price was kind of just sideways here before going up, sideways before going up, sideways, maybe going up. Similar like we've done to the left. As long as we're above like 2K, 2,200, 2,500, those prices now, it's good. But getting above 3, if ETH, it's flirting with that price. Kind of forming like a bullish flag out on it. If we can get above 3K, that could send us to like 3,200 and beyond. If we can get above the $3,000 on ETH, then I think it'll go more bullish. Last year, like look at right here when we broke 3K. So there was a time like over here, here's $3,000 right here for ETH. You may have if it breaks above 3K, you may have a trading opportunity then too. Like if it breaks above 3K, that could signal more bullish momentum. If we can get 3K, can also be like a support, some recovery, breakout area. You can see a lot of movement off of 3K there. Here. Here. So we're back at that 3,000. If you look here, look what I'm showing you again. 3,000. You have a lot of price action. Breakout, breakout, breakout. There's a touch right there. You can see some action around that $3,000 level for ETH. It could be signaling and trying to get above there. It could be trying to get above there. That $3,000 threshold. First time it hit $3,000, look what it did. The first ever time Ethereum came to 3,000, it just broke right through it and went straight to almost like 5K a coin. Like after that. First time it broke 3K, it went to like 4,200, and then it had a huge pullback, like died quickly, and then rallied right back. So yeah, 3K. That's a price to keep an eye on. If you're an Ethereum holder, you want to see price try to break that price. Follow Bitcoin. Catch up. It could be catch up game to Bitcoin with like Solana and ETH, I think. Solana and ETH. And then the other coins will follow, like Cardano. Cardano might be setting up for a breakout soon. Cardano soon. ADA. So anyone who's an ADA holder or Cardano holder, this could be setting up for a breakout soon. Keep an eye on Cardano, because I think this is setting up soon for a breakout, a big breakout, eventually. Like if you're familiar with these types of patterns, you should kind of be able to see what I'm drawing here. This maybe going to be setting up for a big breakout soon on ADA. This pattern that it's holding. What's that, 50 cents? Did it come to 50 cents firm? Yeah, it hit 50. We're in the 70s right now. Cardano, I see potentially breaking out sooner or later. Like this could be a breakout pattern for Cardano to send it back to the dollars. Something forming here. If you guys can see, some of you guys might be familiar with like shapes, patterns in the market. So might be able to see what I'm showing you here in terms of the pattern. Cardano has that shape, that build up to me. It has that build up, that sort of shape characteristic to it, where there's a breakout coming for this coin eventually. ADA, Cardano. I could see that breaking out eventually. It's building up, kind of like what H-bar just went crazy. I know what gold's doing. I'm watching gold. I see the price. I'm keeping an eye on the price of gold, guys. You don't got to tell me. I'm watching it. I see the price. It's at 42. I got it right here. I'm waiting, watching. If I call it a buy, that's why I like to just watch the charts. Let's pull back a bit. Like H-bar did a big breakout. Something like this, but bigger. Loading. If you like Cardano, or you keep an eye on that coin. Market's moving a lot right now because we had news this morning. Big news. If anything, gold, have to wait for the 4-hour to close. It's coming back to 33.40. Gold, just chill. Maybe wait for the 4-hour to close. It's pulling back. I'm waiting until I send another. I sent a signal this morning, but maybe end of London session. London session finishes in 40 minutes. Probably going to be a better time to look at it. The daily's looking bearish at the moment, but might get a bounce from here. Rejection, break and retest. It's flirting with 3K. I agree with you. It could try to go above, break, retest. Sol has stability. That's a good word for it. Sol's chilling. It's not going crazy. It's not like dropping like crazy. I feel like it's accumulating. Like it's sitting here, building up, and one day this thing could just rip to $200 a coin. And it's like, oh shit, what happened? Kind of like what Bitcoin just did. Like Bitcoin all of a sudden. I went to someone. I've gotten to multiple people and shown them Bitcoin's price, and they were like, what? Like someone the other day, I was like, have you seen Bitcoin? And they're like, well, no, what's it at? They were like, is it still at 107? And I was like, no, it's at like 120. They were like, what? So like some people don't even know the price of Bitcoin right now. They're not even some people still think it's at like 100K, 105 because they don't check it. Some people check it or hear about it. Like there's 5 different people that had the same situation the same day where I was like, I showed one guy the price and he was like, what? And then one time when it was at 118, someone was like, what's this? Someone was like, is it still at 107? I was like, have you seen Bitcoin? And they were like, what's it at, 107? I was like, bro, it's at 118. He's like, wait, what? So like some people aren't even noticing the price even too. Some people don't even know. You have to tell them. Gold, maybe 33.40 holds. Gold's pulling back to 33.40, the low. This might be a buy setup setting up here. 33.40 could potentially hold. Now we have a big pullback. This is better to wait for. Okay. Before I get off, might take an entry here. I'm gonna take an entry on gold. I'm gonna use the low as a stop loss. Like a recovery setup from this morning. I'm gonna write it out in Discord when I get off, but this looks like we got a good pullback now, 33.40. Let's see what we got here, 33.40. Let's see, keep an eye on this for a bit here. What time is it? End of London's coming soon. Maybe a end of the day scenario. Watching gold, just keep an eye on it. How long till the 4-hour closes? I think you'll get a bounce here from 33.40. Potentially back up. That's like the only setup you have right now on gold, is if it holds this low at 33.40 right there. So like stop loss could be like 33.33, and potentially it could come back to the high or reach higher. We might have a setup here loading on gold maybe in the next 30 minutes. That would be the only buy setup. Otherwise, if you're looking for buy setups, wait till tomorrow. London, there was a good sell. Missed sells in London. London had a good sell setup. I was watching the chart right here, and I was gonna send a signal last night for sells, but I was like, I hesitated a bit too long. Might be a buy here loading in the next 30 minutes. I'm not gonna take it right now, but maybe loading in this area for gold. I think it would be better to wait for the 4-hour to close. Caught a perfect buy yesterday, and then it got out of it. Perfect timing too. In the next 30 minutes, because in 30 minutes London session closes, so the volume will slow down at 12. It'll not be as fast moving. So around this 33.40 area, you're probably going to get rejection or a bounce on gold. I think 33.40 area, like this low. So when I say this low, I mean this low. Like I'm going to circle it. this low right here. Could potentially hold, and you get like a bounce back up for the rest of the day. In 30 minutes, London session finishes. So volume slows down. So it'll be good to see like this low hold. Potentially you could get a bounce towards the end of London session if this low holds. That's all I see right now for gold. I've been sending signals in my inner circle. We've only taken like 2 stop losses in the month. They've been pretty good signals at good times. This morning we had a signal. It went 40 pips in profit, but then came back to entry and ended up hitting stop loss. But we've had some good signals, like yesterday, sent a buy. And I did say, so again, yesterday's buy. I did say, I think I wrote in the chat. Yeah, I wrote TP1 now. Take partials. Next TP 33.58. It literally tapped 33.58. I did say you could take full profit or go break even. So either you got full profit on that trade or break even. Some partials. Something made on that. That was a good trade yesterday. I went for the same trade literally this morning at 33.50. 33.45. It reacted really quickly. Some of you guys were in that trade with me this morning. It had a good reaction. Was some pips in profit, you can see. Went from 33.48, 33.50 to 33.54. So it was up. It was in profit, and then it came back, and it went up a bit, and then it went down. It didn't stick. Went for the same setup pretty much 2 days in a row there. But we haven't had, like, signals-wise, they've been pretty on point with the times I send them. And the last couple of weeks. That one, yeah, that one was, like, literally the same. I went for the same trade 2 days in a row. I was looking at 33.50, 33.45 area. Trying to buy at 33.50, 33.45 area. Literally 2 days in a row. Because, where was it? Buying gold. Here it is. Gold buy, 33.50. That was yesterday. I was looking at... I was just looking at, like, literally... It was literally, like, here. I just saw the market, again, like... And it was time of the day, too. It was, like, in New York session. 33.50... I was talking about 33.50, 33.45. Well, that's where I was sending signals out. I was seeing this area here, like, and I thought the market would stay above it, but I was trusting 33.50 too. Gold's pushing down right now. Yeah, I didn't send the buy. I was waiting. I was about to send a buy setup. I was about to send another setup in the chat. I was typing it out. Good thing I didn't send it. Yeah, I was breaking retests. I didn't catch that. Nope. The only trades I've taken this week, I've taken 2 trades this week so far. 2 trades. I took one yesterday morning, and one this morning. I've taken 2 trades so far this week. I've taken 2 entries this week. I haven't taken a lot of entries. Well, it's Tuesday. I mean, how many entries? Could have taken sells. Depends on your frequency. Your scalping. Day trading, like, if you notice, I took yesterday 934, 33.50, was buying at 33.50. If you notice this morning, literally buying at 33.50. So I took the same trade twice this week. The next trade I take, I don't know, maybe tonight, or I'll call it out if I take a trade, but if I take trades, I usually call it out of my Discord and inner circle. Probably 25 now that this thing just broke down, maybe lower, like if there's another trade. Yeah, I just broke the low. It didn't hold. I was almost gonna send a. I almost sent a signal. I was right. I have it. I was writing in the chat. I was writing a signal here in the chat. Would have been a quick stop loss. Yeah, dollar's flying right now. What's Bitcoin doing? Ethereum's breaking 3K. Trying to. I might long Bitcoin. Or Sol. I think I'm gonna long Sol. My long Sol. Yeah, Sol, like. Sol. Sol or Bitcoin? I think I'm gonna long Sol or Bitcoin. Gold just fucking dumped. Gold is dumping. Thank God I didn't. Oh man, that was a close one. I might long Sol here. I have a position. I have a big position on Sol at like 160. I think Solana longs look good here to recover. ETH's pushing. If ETH can break above 3K, like give you this breakout, and you get like a retest, like someone said in the chat. Gold just dumped. Holy, yeah, gold just. Something was just said. Crypto is moving up and down. I have a screenshot of, I have a screenshot. I almost took the sells in London. I have a screenshot of it. Bitcoin might try to recover. Bitcoin still looks kind of strong. Like, this pullback could. Sol's in an interesting area. ETH's flirting with 3,000. Sol's in a nice area to potentially long. I have a Solana long at 160, but my liquidation price is $20. So, but it's like it's a 2,800 Solana position. So I have Sol long 2,800 Sol at 160, but basically my stop loss, well, my liquidation price, my liquidation right now, because it's a big trade. Lick price is $28 right now. So yeah, do what you can with that. If you're trying to follow a trade that I'm in, do what you can with that. Like, basically my stop loss is $28. If it hits $200, I'll make 150K. So it's, I mean, do what you can with the trade, but it's 10x leverage. So I have a 10x. It's 10x leverage too. So basically, my stop loss is I'm swinging that for the year. I have some big swings right now. One of them, Solana long. 2,800 Solanas. So you could do the value on that. It's a big position, just do the value. $2,800 Sol. It's a good trade. It's a good trade. Liquidation price, stop loss on that's $28 for me. I might move that up. I might move it up to $40 one day, 50. We'll see, but that's what it is for now. Safe and sound for now. Do what you can with that information, but one day you guys will see me maybe talk about it. It's this area. So I entered Sol. Man, I was up 18,000 on the trade here. Yeah, I was up. Started entering like here the other day. Was up 18,000 on the trade at that point. Didn't close. Could have closed and re-entered. What do you know? So yeah, it's a good area that I entered. I entered because if you look at this, you have again nice little break and retest area here. Nice price, decent price, I think, as well. But yeah, look at this. See, I'm just holding. That's a swing. Like, I'm holding that. I'm holding that probably until Sol gets like closer to 200. Like, I'm trying to hold that as like a swing. It's 2,800 SOL, so I have a position in 2,800 SOL. I already hold 3,000 SOL, so basically I almost have 6,000 Solana now because of this trade. Trump just says, "Happy Crypto Week. The House will soon vote on a tremendous bill. The Stablecoin bill act's coming." Apparently it's going to bring trillions of dollars to crypto, and if trillions of dollars hit the crypto market, just brace yourself for Mars, not even the moon. Gold 25. I know a gold. I see gold. Don't worry. I got a monitor here. I got multiple screens. I can see. I see the price. I gotta chill though. Signals have been good. I don't quality over quantity. If anything, there might be another signal tonight. London or Tokyo. We gotta chill. Next signal loading though. Maybe next signal's loading. I'm long on Sol at 160. I mean, my stop loss is because I have a big trade, so like that's why I need some breathing room for this. Like, it's a big trade. It's 2,800 Solanas, 10x leverage. So at 160, this thing goes to $200. I am in the not even 200, 190s, even 190s, 180s. So a lot of you guys say like send futures trades, and I'm like, bruh, you don't want, like, the way I trade futures is it's high risk. It's risky, so I don't, it's how I trade, for me. So I don't want to involve anyone in that because it's stressful. I might hold this for 3 months. I don't want to put you guys in that situation. Like, I'd rather deal with the outcome myself than have to put a bunch of people in. It's how I trade for myself, right? Like, I teach you guys a lot of things on experiences and stuff, how I've been able to do what I do, but I can't give you guys every trade. That would make it so much harder for me to trade for myself. you know how much anxiety that would be? Stress? Like, the markets keep you guys up at night. You don't think they keep me up at night? So, like, the reason, like, a lot of you guys DM me, like, send futures trades, and it's like, you guys, it would make no sense. Like, you wouldn't be able to copy my futures trades because I'm just trading 100 times bigger than you. You wouldn't be able to copy them. It would make no sense for you to copy my trades on futures because my stop losses are so far that wouldn't even be worth it for you. It'd be like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I'm long and sold. My stop loss is $28. Not necessarily. like it might not make sense for you to be in that same position because it's like, for me, it's, again, do the math on 2,800 Solana, right? Do the math at current price. That's almost a $500,000 position value, right? The value. So again, think of my account size. You need a big, like, I'm trading with a fat account, doing fat positions, fat risk, high risk, heavy risk for me, right? So it wouldn't be easy for you guys to copy you wouldn't want to learn gold, learn forex, learn what I learned first, learn what I teach you guys. Like, cause like I've been doing this for 11 years, right? So I know you guys see the futures trades and stuff, but futures is super risky. Like, you can lose everything. So I'm not trying to send future signals. Everyone keeps asking me, and I'm like, nah, and you guys don't want to copy my future signals because you guys aren't as experienced as me in that, or you guys aren't it's different. It's a different game that I'm playing there. It's not just pip and dips or gold buys and sells. So you can't. Maybe one day when you guys learn more with me, maybe one day, but that's why, Inner Circle is lifetime access. So maybe one day we get to that point. Maybe one day, guys. Stay patient. Learn all the material that I teach you guys first. Learn the gold, learn other stuff first. Like, I didn't start trading futures until 2 years ago, right? So learn other things first. A lot of you guys message me like, bro, send the future. And trust you guys. I know. There's a reason I don't send futures trades, guys. There's a reason I don't send futures trades. I trade on Bybit. On Bybit. 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 I'm long SOL 160. So you could take what I'm saying. Like I got 2,800 SOL long here. 2,800 SOL on along. Some of you guys might have saw an Instagram story I posted the other day, right? It was up like, did any of you guys see that? It was in profit. I was like, ah. And then Jupiter as well, got Jupiter long. So I'll tell you guys my positions, but I won't send signals for them. Like I'll tell you guys what I'm long and everything, but I'm not gonna tell you guys like to buy. Like, don't treat it like it's a signal. Like, all right, I'll let you guys know what I'm doing. All right, but some things might not be like worth copying because this is a $500,000 position. All right, do the math. 2,800 SOL. Some of you guys saw a screenshot of my Instagram the other day, right? It's a fat one. It was up like 17K. I can't. If I log in, I have to cut the stream and then put my VPN on. And yeah, it was up the other day. The average price is now 160. Right now, it's 160. I'll tell you guys. Like I don't mind showing you guys, but I'm not sending these as signals, cause like these are big positions that I have to fucking monitor, watch every day, and sometimes they're stressful. Sometimes they're stressful, and I'm like, man, having like hundreds of people in these with me would be even more stress for me, right? If I would be honest with you. So yeah, no cap, 2,800 SOL. Entry price is in the 160, well 161. Jupiter, like they're big trades. So I'll tell you where I'm entering, but there's no liquidation price there. Look at my liquidation price. Like it's $21. SOL's not gonna go to $21 anytime soon. Yeah, like anytime soon. Like SOL's not gonna go to $21 anytime soon. I wouldn't think. If it does, I'm cooked. If it does, I'm cooked, yo. Alright? Yeah, just the other night. This was the other night. I took this screenshot the other night when it was in the P, when SOL was literally right here. I was like, and then I went to bed. I was like, I'm gonna swing it. Like, or wait, that was here. Screenshot was here the other night. Or yeah, no, here. Yeah. Other nights, Monday night, Sunday, Monday night. Went to bed, woke up like, damn. And now I'm like, damn. Today, back at entry. Probably pushing, like it was in profit, like, not that long ago, up a couple G's, but at one point it was up like 20K. Like at 168, it was just like about 20K. So it's going to be a big trade, yo. It's going to be a big trade. It's going to be a big trade. I'll make a video on it one day, but you guys are seeing entries coming here. This area right here. It's a decent area. Alright, it's not a bad area. So yeah, I'm long. So like this is I want you guys to understand this is a big trade. Like it's 2,800 SOL. So just again, do the math. Just do the math on that on your calculator real quick for me. Plus I'm holding, we hold a good, we got like a SOL treasury now. We got like 6,000 SOL and we're staking. We got like a Solana treasury. Don't tell anyone I told you that. Even though I'm saying that live. Gold longs, maybe. We gotta chill. This thing's spicy right now, fam. I don't know what Trump's saying right now. Trump's talking a lot of stuff right now. Trump literally just said, happy crypto week. The House will soon vote on a tremendous bill to make America, the undisputed #1 leader in digital assets. Trump just said that. Cool. President Trump calls on the Fed to cut rates by 3 points. 33.25 tapped on gold. 33.25. All right. I like to pay. This is where I like to pay attention now, is when prices at the quarters. So if you notice, like when I send signals, they're usually like around good prices. Like last week I was sending signals at 3,300. If you look at a lot of the prices I send signals at, they're kind of around like key levels, quarters. Usually, like if you look yesterday, 33.50, 33.45 area. If you look today, again, I tried to do 33.50 again today. So now, like, I like to look at price, especially when it's around these quarter levels, like 25s, 50s, 75s, and 100s. This is where I start getting like, I guess like more excited in a way. Like, okay, maybe there's an opportunity. Like 50s, 25s, market. Oh, Sol's pushing up. A little bit. Yeah, I'm long Sol. Like I'm long. Like I'm long Sol. Like I am long on Sol right now. And Jupiter. Sol and Jupiter. And Dog with Hat. And Ondo Finance. I'm long on a few things. I'll tell you guys what they are, because I know you guys always ask and want to know, and then you guys will probably be pissed off when you see me make a video of like, I made 150K on this trade. And then it's like, when did he call out this trade? Like, made 100K on this trade, 50K on this trade. Hey, Dog with Hat. I did talk about Dog with Hat, like the previous one. So I'm talking about Solana now. All right. So if I make a video on a, like 100K on one trade or something, or 50K on one trade or something, $150,000 trade, like you guys were here in the beginning for it. All right. Remember that. I'm saying that right now to all of you. You guys were here. It's pushing up a bit. So coins that I think will pump, that I think are good to long. Okay, all right. There's a basket of those. So number one, Sol, Jupiter. I really think ADA is pushed, but Cardano and Ondo. I think Cardano and Ondo are gonna do something. Cardano and Ondo Finance. I think those are gonna explode. Like Cardano has this, like, I don't know, like look at it. It's like a pendant, diagonal, you know? Anyone who's like a forex trader or has been a forex trader for a while should recognize this type of pattern. Anyone who's been like a forex trader for a good time maybe sees what I see here. Anyone who's been like a forex trader for a while. Cardano looks like, and Cardano is one of the coins Trump's talked about too. Cardano, I feel like might explode one day. I don't know. It just like looks sexy to me. It's like, look at it. It's got like a pennant, flag, building up, a big one, like a very big one, and then you got like a little one right now on the 4 hour, but like a really big one. It looks like a breakout will eventually come with that. Yeah. Ondo, I feel like it's a really good coin that will pump as well. It's really low. It came really low. Monthly demand level. Ondo's good. ICP is hella low. Like there's coins like Ton coins super low. ICP is super low. Like ICP is really low. Ton coin's really low. There's a lot of coins that are really low right now. That will probably pump. Some good ones are the ones that I just like mentioned. Like ADA looks interesting. I'm just saying, like, whenever I say something looks interesting, it usually, like, you know, something that, you know, might be something there. All right. Yeah. So I'm, like I said, fucking hella long on Sol. It's good. It's a good setup here. Good area. I mean, with where my liquidation price is, you guys could try DCAing or, you know, building the position. I got 2,800 Sol. I don't need to buy any more. Fuck. Like if you guys are trying to, you know, I'm trying to hold this to like $190, $200. Do the math on that. Do the math on that. So then you'll see me in Spain. Then you'll see me. This goes 190. You'll see me in Spain. If it goes to 190. You'll see me. I'm out to Spain or something like that. And I'm gonna be streaming from there. Rent a villa for 30 days or something like that. Not even. Yeah. So I can't log in right now. I'll log in another stream. Gold's maybe they're dumping the gold to buy the Bitcoin. That's how they're gonna put trillions of dollars into the stable market. There's a stablecoin bill about to pass that's apparently gonna bring, like, the stablecoin bill is passing this week. Like, this week is the stablecoin bill. So like tonight we'll do like a crypto update and crypto news. I'll jump back on stream tonight, but you have the stablecoin bill this week. That's poised to kick off this week. The House will vote on a bill to regulate stable coins during this week. So we're gonna see. This could be major. Apparently, it's gonna bring trillions to the market. Apparently, so there's already trillions in the crypto market. Bitcoin has 2 point somewhat trillion of that. This stablecoin bill thing happening called the Genius Act, Genius Stablecoin Bill Act, is this thing. The Genius Act is supposedly going to bring trillions of dollars into the market. They say. Some good information there. Deutsche Bank found out stablecoin transactions. Stablecoin transactions hit 28 trillion last year, surpassing that of MasterCard and Visa combined. And then, yeah, we already know this. We know this stuff. This stuff we should know. For anybody who tunes in, we already know this. It's taking place this week. Again, not my words. Apparently, it's going to bring trillions into the market. Trillions. If that happens, then, man, I don't even know where prices will go. Leverage trading. I'll find. There's other platforms. Not like Bybit. Depending on where you live, you can't use Bybit. I'll show you guys another platform that's popular. There's a few out there, but you have to KYC for most of them. Some you don't. There's some that are no KYC. Blowfin or whatever, and this and that. There's a bunch out there. There's DYDX, but that's a big one. Yeah, Bybit, good platform. There's other platforms like Bybit out there. You guys will probably see, probably make a video on this trade. Big trade. Binance Works Futures. Oh yeah, they do. I can't use Binance. Here. Don't ask how I have Bybit. Connections. There's different futures platforms out there that are similar to this. Where you can do 10x leverage trades. You can have a stop. You can set stop losses, take profits. If you use too much leverage and you use too much of your margin, you'll eventually get what's called a liquidation price, which is telling you, yo, like, this is where you'll lose everything if you go too heavy, which is basically what that means. It's like, all right, so some people, it's some big boy trading actually. Like, there's some people who trade. There is some big traders on futures. Like, this is peanuts. This is actually small to what's out there. 2,800 position size on Solana. This is actually small to what's out there. There's some big trades out there. Once you realize there's people out there that are moving the entirety of your portfolio on a singular trade, then you're like, okay. So just understand that there's people that are moving the entirety of your portfolio on a single trade, a single position, like it's nothing. Or even the portfolio you're trying to get to. There's people that move my portfolio on a singular trade on a daily basis. Like, we're all small fish in this game. So think bigger, think bigger. Think bigger. Yeah, maybe Bitcoin's going. Did we hit one? We hit 116. Bitcoin could be trying to go for a recovery. I think between 116 and 115, you'll probably get some Bitcoin recovery between 116 and 115 here. Key level as well. There is some demand around this area, I think. 116, 115, it looks like we'll get recovery. Solana. We need this area to hold on Sol. I'm in Sol longs. I have a big trade. I'm holding it. It's a swing. It's a swing for me. You might see me holding this until friggin' end of the month or next month or September. I might, like, it's a swing. It's a swing. It's a swing position. So it's more about trying to get to the price, trying to hold long term. Like, kind of like think about how you buy crypto and you hold it. So it's more of a swing. Swing could be weeks to months. Legitimately could be weeks to maybe even up to weeks. Unless this week just rips. Like, if this week just like Solana just rips, you know. ETH's above 3K. So I think the trade makes sense too. Like, last time ETH was fourth, like, you know, I think it makes sense. Go back to the highs, go back to 180, 190. I think we could push to. Now, right from here, it doesn't have to happen right from here, but that's like my price target. Like, I'm in at 160. I'm targeting like 190. I'm targeting higher prices, like higher 180s, like up here. It obviously, like, for me, because it doesn't just, I'm not saying it's just going to shoot up from here. It could do its thing, accumulate. I like it though. I mean, as much as I'm in it. So that's my plan. My plan, hold that out. Jupiter, where's Jupe at? Jupe's way lower. Bro, I rearranged this order. I forget where I put everything. Oh yeah, Jupe's at the bottom. Shouldn't be at the bottom. Should be here. Once Jupiter breaks above 50 cents, it'll pop. It'll pop up. I'm long on Jupe too. Like, it's pretty damn low. Like, it's, yeah, like if you look at it, it's really low, like on the chart. Like, we're talking pretty much where the coin like came out type of low. Like, so another coin I'm like just trying to swing long term is Jupiter. Dextoro again. I get, like, You guys gotta understand, like, I gave that coin out the day before it was launched and it 10x'd. Bunch of people took profit. Like, I didn't, but there's people who took profit on that. So you guys gotta understand, like, I gave that coin out at a 700K market cap. And then it went to almost 10 million. So a bunch of people took profit. Like, look, it's low. Like, I'm gonna say the same thing. I'm just holding it. Like, I'm just holding it. I'm just holding it until it goes up. It might take months for it to go up. The coin's been out for 1 month and 10 days. But you guys gotta remember, like, when a coin comes out, it will usually pump. Go look at every coin that comes out. It usually pumps, and then it dumps, and then it consolidates for a long time. So I gave the coin out at 700, like, the day before it came out, I gave the coin, and as it got launched at 700K market cap. If you got in, you could have made 10x on your investment. Like, no cap, in a couple days. Like, some of you guys got to realize this thing 10x'd the day it launched. Like, I was live on YouTube the day before it launched. And the day before it launched, I said, guys, there's a coin launching tomorrow, pay attention. And then the next day when it launched, I literally said, guys, the coin's out. And it came out and it was at like 700K market cap. It almost 10x'd. So there's profit to make. So now if you're looking at it like, what's going on? Everyone keeps asking me, what's going on with the coin? What's going on with the coin? If you didn't take any profit, it's a lesson to learn. You got to hold until it goes back, right? Like, it's a hold. Like, I'm not selling here. Why would I? If anything, here's a buy. Like, this would be a buy if anything, right? So, like, it's going to take time. It's only been out for like 30 days and 40 days. Like, it wouldn't be a sell here. If you're looking at it like, what about this coin? Would you sell here? I'm not selling here. I'm gonna wait for this to pump back up and then sell. You could buy it here. I'm not adding anything to it here. I added like some here. So I added a bit here. And I got in when it came out. So I put a good amount of SOL in it. I'm still holding it. I'm just gonna hold it this run until probably the end of the year, probably to like November, and see where the market's at like November. If everyone in Discord, how many people we got we got like 3,000 people in Discord. If everyone in Discord bought it, we could send it back to the moon. I'll put 2,000 in. I'll put like $1,000 probably here, but not. I put a good amount of SOL like here, and then as it started to come up, I put more, and then when it was here, I put a good amount. So I already put a good amount of SOL in it that I'm just gonna wait for it to. I'm waiting for it to pump back up. It's still a low market cap, but when we got in this at 10x, like, it gave us a 10x, we all should have sold and took profit. If you got in up here, then it's like, I got in here. I didn't buy it up here. I got in when I said like this thing was at like 700K, just under 1 million market cap before it went up, and that's when I first posted it. Right now, long Jupe and SOL. I'm expecting SOL to rip one of these days. Jupiter 2. Because ETH's at 350 right now. Gold buys maybe loading. Like, they might be selling off. It looks like they're selling off the gold to buy the crypto right now. It's like they're selling the gold to buy the crypto. Maybe loading. I think for tonight, I'll wait. It's 4 hours. Yeah, nah, we gotta wait for the next. We need that 4 hours. Wait. If we could get like smaller 4-hour candles, like this 4 hours pretty aggressive right now. We don't have a wick, rejection. It's pretty sharp. Pretty aggressive 4-hour. Long on SOL. Long on Sol, baby. Why? Because, like, I'm looking at ETH, like, 3,050. ETH, alright, ETH was just at, like, here and here. Where was Sol then? Sol was up here. So ETH was just at, like, when ETH was here, Sol was up here. So I think Sol, so Bitcoin ahead of everything. Obviously, Bitcoin's ahead of everything. ETH ahead of Sol. Because when ETH was here, Sol was here. So it looks like ETH's ahead of Sol. Sol will play catch up. That's what I see. Does that make sense? That's why too. And because it's Solana, like, I mean, I believe in Solana long term. I believe in Sol long term. If Solana can go back up, then DTR will also have some momentum. If Solana rips, DTR will have momentum too. If Solana rips, it needs that too. We need Solana going stronger. Well, yeah, I'm long on Sol because I like Sol. Sol, I believe in the coin longer term, like this year. I think it'll get back $200. Like, it'll get back to that. Gold, not right now. If anything, I would let this 4 hour be. I would let this 4 hour finish. I would wait for the 4 hour to finish. It's too steep right now. The 4 hour is way too steep. Yeah, I would wait for a 4 hour close. This is too steep at the moment. Yeah, it's too steep for me. I would wait for 4 hour close. I would wait. ADA, Ondo, yeah, there's a lot of good cryptos right now that, like, if there's a lot of good cryptos that are gonna pump in the next couple of months right now, like a lot on my watch list, on my radar. Things I've been going in and out of. AVAX, I bought AVAX last week. I posted that in Discord. I did tell you guys, I made a video on it if you're in my inner circle. Avalanche, I posted a good amount of coins for this year that are gonna go up, that are already going up, most of them. Avalanche, posted that the other day. First, oh, that's CRO. Oops. Yeah, CRO, 8 cents. Avalanche, that came low. I've never been in. I just bought Avalanche for the first time ever. Last week on July 7th, so a week ago, I just bought Avalanche for the first time. I've never bought it. Never bought it. Always wanted to, but you see what patience can do. You can just, find something at a good low. You don't always got to be buying something or buying. It's not always crypto bros pump season. I bought Avalanche first time, and I've always, for 2 years, I've wanted to buy this coin. I waited 2 years to buy this coin, and I finally bought it like at $18 last week. I made a video talking about it too. Avalanche doing all right. There's some good coins right now that are in some good spots. I would say that I would pay. There's stuff to pay attention to. If you're looking at Bitcoin, and I've said this before, if you're looking at Bitcoin like I missed out on Bitcoin, then you probably don't understand Bitcoin. But there are other coins to capitalize on for the remaining of this year. There's a lot of coins. If I had 5K of Bitcoin worth, if I had 5K of Bitcoin, it'd be worth maybe switching to Sol or even ETH. Like Sol for ICP, maybe a bit in ICP. I wouldn't put the full. If I had 5K only in Bitcoin, I wouldn't put it all in ICP. No, maybe a bit of it, maybe a percentage of it. Right? You gotta look. Like, let's say you had a 0.1 in Bitcoin. Let's say you had a 0.1. Let's just say your entire portfolio is a 0.1 of Bitcoin. You could take an 0.001 of that and you would still have 0.9. Well, 0.09, right? You could take an 0.001, a fraction, like an 0.001 of your Bitcoin. If you had a 0.1, and you could go down to having a 0.09. Let's just say in terms of fractionalizing and measuring this in units. Because let's just say I only had a 0.1 of Bitcoin. Right? I could bring that down to a 0.9, a 0.009. And that 0.001 is going to be worth X amount. So I'm putting 0.001 into another coin. And I'm trying to increase that. So I can increase my Bitcoin. Because you still want to keep your Bitcoin holding. Because if you have 5K in Bitcoin, realistically, you could take a fraction of that and put it into another coin, increase it, put it back in the Bitcoin. Now you have more Bitcoin. Because let's just say you only had a 0.1. Let's say you only had a 0.1. I could take an 0.001 and put it into Solana. Let that Solana go up, rotate it back into the Bitcoin. Keep my Bitcoin, like, think about it like that in a way. Not just I have 5K in Bitcoin, let me put the 5K in ICP. Because now you have no Bitcoin. You still want to hold Bitcoin. Like, you could use what you have for a period of time and rotate it back, rinse and repeat. If you were to, because realistically, if you just had a 0.1 and you took 10% of that, so you'd be taking 10% of that 0.1. You'd be taking 10% of it, putting that 10% into another coin, letting that coin pump, rotate it back. Right? Something like that. View for gold. Nothing right now. Maybe let the 4 hour, not buying it. Chilling. Maybe letting the 4 hour chill. It looks steep. I think this thing's crashing down. Daily's coming down hard. Weekly's coming down hard. Things looking like it's definitely flipped bearish on the daily. So no view right now. Nothing like no setup. Nothing right now. No, I'm gonna chill. If anything, I'll drop a signal tonight in my inner circle for you guys that are in there. If I have any view on it, I'll like I said, like I've only taken 2 trades this week. One was yesterday, one in a profit. This one went in a profit and then it hit stop loss. So if I have a trade, I'll let you guys know in my inner circle tonight. If anything, I'm gonna just chill on it. If I have a signal, I'll drop it in inner circle tonight or when I see something. But right now, I'm just gonna chill. Or if I take an entry, CRO will probably go up. I called CRO at 8 cents. So again, if you're in my inner circle, make sure you're paying attention. Because CRO was at 8 cents. I called it out. I made a video on this too, guys. I made a video on this. This is why if you're in my inner circle, guys, I was saying, make sure you guys watch this 9 days ago. Some of you guys just watched it today. I mean, good, but you're missing price. You're missing movement if you watched it today. Some of you guys just watched it today, and I posted it 9 days ago. I can see who watches it. Some of you guys just watched this video today. I just posted it 9 days ago. Some of you guys are missing these moves. This is what I mean. You gotta stay on top. Like, this is why I said, guys, drop a comment when you watch this that day. And I kept writing in Discord, guys, watch the video. Guys, watch the video. Make sure you guys watch it. Make sure you guys watch it. That are in my inner circle before prices explode. CRO, I called that out at 8 cents in my inner circle. Literally, it was at 8 cents. Then it exploded 40%. So, I mean, for me, I called it literally out the other day. I called CRL out before this pump. Literally, made these videos, guys, July 7th. These videos I made on July 7th. Or sorry, July 6th. July 6th. I made part 1, part 2, part 3. Some of you guys were just watching these videos today. And if you go look at all the coins I talked about, again, part 1, part 2, part 3, it's all here. I mentioned it in Discord. So some of these coins, some coins I've talked about, pumped a bit in that video. Avalanche, H-bar. I talked about Avalanche, H-bar, Ondo, AVAX, CRO, a lot of coins. And I even mentioned, like, guys, go watch. I was saying, go watch. Like, go watch, guys. Go watch. I was very, very, like, make sure you guys watch. Make sure you guys watch. Go study them. I was like, part 1, watch. You know, I was literally like, go watch it, guys. And, yeah, again, Bloomberg analysis. Uploaded that. That was from July 6th research. CRO pumped up. I mean, it's still low. Look how low it is. Do your technicals. Do your technicals. Do your technicals. Do your research. It's just like, if you know your technicals, if you can do your research, I shouldn't have to tell you that this chart's in a buy, right? Like if you know your technicals and you do your research, look where the chart is, right? Look for low prices. Look for cheap prices. Look for low prices. Cheap prices. That doesn't mean you have to be looking all the time. That may mean you have to stay out of the market and wait for things to come low. Like I just said, I just bought Avalanche for the first time last week at $18. First time I ever bought it. I've known about Avalanche for years. I've wanted to always buy it, but I just bought it for the first time at a low, cheap price with my technicals, right? Avalanche. Simple. Some of you guys just got to stay more patient. I've known about Avalanche for years. Never bought it before. Finally decided to scoop up some Avalanche. Why? Because it's at a low, cheap price on the chart. I could see on the chart it's at a yearly demand zone. And it still is. So if you understand where some of these things are going and where they are, you understand there's time for things to go. It's like, okay, it's like, is Ethereum a good buy? It's like Ethereum, well, Ethereum is going to $6,000. So how much Ethereum do you have before it goes there? So like what is considered a good buy? Well, do you know where price is going for something? Right? Because a good buy could be getting in before it goes to where it's going to go. Grabbing as much as you can before it goes there. One thing. Or where you are on the chart. Avalanche, for instance, is super low on the chart. Is it a good buy? Or like CRO. Someone asked. Like, I bought CRO at 8 cents. You're buying 40% higher than me. So where you're buying is 40% higher than where I bought. So, not that it's not a bad buy. Just you're buying 40% higher than where I bought. So it's not bad. If you can recognize maybe where the chart could go, then you could say, okay, yeah, the chart's here. It's been here. It's been all the way up here. It's been here, right? So from where it's at now, it's still low compared to where it's been, right? If you could say, okay, yeah, price has moved. Because if you're asking, is it still a good buy? Because you're looking at price like, oh my God, it moved. I missed the buy. Maybe you're not looking out enough. Like if you're looking at price like, oh my God, it moved. I missed the buy. Well, there's still room for it to go. It could go to here, right? It's still low. Like Avalanche. Let's say if you're like, oh my gosh, Avalanche moved. I could have bought it last week. I missed the buy. It still has room to go. Or CRO. Sorry, that's CRO. Avalanche. Here. Like Avalanche moved. It moved up. It's gone up this past week, but it's still very low when you zoom out. Like ICP's moved up a bit, but it's still very low, right? Ondo has moved up, but it's still very, very low, right? Like, so like looking at things like where they are right now on the bigger picture, like some things are lower than others. But some things are still very, very low, even though there's been some decent movement this past week or so, right? Like CRO has pumped, right? It went up like 48%. It's still considerably low on the chart all time on the bigger picture, right? Avalanche, AVAX, it's pumped up in the last week. 41%, but when you zoom out, it's still considerably low overall, right? Yeah, so like Jasmy's pumped, Jasmy's pumping. Jasmy pumped up, it's still considerably low. So like that's how you gotta kind of look at things too. Like look at Ondo. Yeah, Ondo has gone up 54% in the last couple weeks. It's still pretty low, like on the chart, like where compared to where we've been. Yeah, like swapping BTC, like I wouldn't swap if I had 5K only in BTC. I wouldn't swap the full 5K to something. I would say, okay, you know what, I'm gonna take a fraction of this and put it in one other coin, let that coin pump, rotate back. Like that's how you do it. That's how you get more Bitcoin without having to really buy it. You just move, you use your Bitcoin in other coins. Like Solana. You could do Solana. Like if I had 5K in Bitcoin or X amount in Bitcoin, I could take a portion of that and a percentage of that, 10% of it, try to put that in Solana. See if Solana could go up 50% or something, like 20%, even if Solana goes up 20%, now you have a 20% increase on that. So let's just rinse and repeat plays like that you could do. You don't have to put the full Bitcoin. Sui's flying. I called Sui out at $2, fam. First crypto I ever posted for you guys in my inner circle. I bought Sui at 80 cents. Bro, anybody in my inner circle, I'm going to be calling out coins that I'm buying. I have more charts to post in here, but I hope you guys have been paying attention to the charts that I've been posting. Those of you guys in my inner circle, first chart I posted was Sui when it came to $2. It actually came back down. That was back over here. I literally said watch Sui for $2. You could be up on that. Like if you guys have been paying attention to plays, there's been plays this year so far that I put in here, and these ones are the ones that are loading. Like I'm dropping the plays now for the rest of the year. Like the plays are coming. H-bar I posted a couple months ago in May. In May I was talking about H-bar DCA zone around 15 cents. I think I drew between like 15 and 12 cents here. 15 and 20 cents. Or 12 and 20 cents. If you guys saw H-bar this week, it exploded. There's coins we've been talking about since I started Inner Circle. For those of you guys that are in it. I'm on YouTube just streaming right now, but Sui is still holding above $2. We've talked about that. XRP. How many times have I come on YouTube and said, guys, XRP is above $2 for over 200 days. Something's coming. Like, how many times have I said that? Ever since XRP went above $2 back in June. I've been saying this since June. Since June. Some of you guys have heard me say this. Some of you guys have literally heard me say XRP is above $2 for 200 days. Now it's been above $2 for 229, 228 days. XRP is literally breaking out right now. Like, literally on the breakout. I don't know how many times I talked about this XRP breakout coming. But here we are now. XRP breaking out. Many times. Toncoin, another coin that's super low. Like Toncoin, Telegram's coin, that is super low. Like, that's probably going to pump at some point. That is super, super low. Michael Saylor slaps you if you say, literally, yeah. Well, crypto.com is something real, so it's an altcoin that's probably going to pump at some point. There's something there. Gold, for now, you got to monitor this 25 and see if you can find any confirmation around 33.25, 33, yeah, like 33.25. So if you're watching gold right now, let me fix this. I gotta move my camera. This thing is... If you're watching gold and you're looking for trades, you gotta keep an eye on like the 33.15, 33.25 area for gold. 33.25. I would even just say 33.25, 33.20 area here. Price is gonna slow down now. That's 12:30. A bit past London session finish. Had a lot of volume today. Lower low now. So you'd have to watch this area. You might get a bounce from here around 33.25. But I'm gonna wrap this session up for the day, guys. It's a major week. It looks like, what is all this? Fucking Temu. The crypto bill is, this is happening this week. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention this week. We might see, it's Tuesday now. It's expected to pass in, you know, this week, go through this week. We'll see what that does to the market. Trump says happy crypto week. On the dip too. He said it on the dip. What a guy. Like this, everything was dipping and he literally just said that not long ago. We might see recovery. We might get recovery on Bitcoin. There is some demand like over here to the left. I could see, like I said when I got on, I could see recovery happening. Gold, maybe 33.25 holds. Quarter level, this would be maybe the time to keep an eye on gold. If I get a bounce back up to like here, back up to like where we were, 33.40, before going down, maybe making rejection there. Something like that. Price is at 33.25 right now. So you could possibly get a bounce from here. Quarter level. That's what I see on gold. For people asking. Yeah, pay attention. Let's see what this stablecoin bill. Let's see if this thing gets passed, voted in. If it does. Like they're saying trillions. Like Donald Trump's words, like their words, like trillions will hit the market. Like their words, not mine. I'm not the one saying trillions. It's them saying it. So apparently it's supposed to go live this week. Ethereum's moving. It looks like Ethereum's trying to break above 3,000. Yeah, it looks like this thing's trying to clear 3K, yo. What is this? Oh, that's a brush. I thought it was just wow. I drew that line pretty straight. Yeah, it looks like 3,000 is trying to hold on ETH. Let's see if they pass this stablecoin bill. Go look it up. You can look it up yourself. They say trillions are going to hit the market with this stablecoin bill being passed. Because it could bring trillion, like, I posted in here in crypto news. Jerome Powell here. Jerome Powell calls the stablecoin, crypto stablecoins in the bill a positive step and says framework is well underway. I posted this on July 1st for you guys. Again, a lot of the news you guys end up hearing about, I literally post before or when it comes out. Like, stuff people talk about, like, a lot of stuff that's being talked about right now, I've literally talked about for months in advance too, to a lot of you guys that come on my stream, especially those of you guys in my inner circle. Like, none of this stuff is new to me, but people are like, oh my god, like, was talking about this literally 14 days ago, and why it matters. Not everyone even realizes why it matters. Okay, so in the eyes of Jerome Powell, stablecoins a positive step and framework is underway. This means U.S. is preparing for rules and structure of stablecoin bills. It shows acceptance from top U.S. regulators. All right, big institutions will feel safer using crypto. It could lead to mass adoption of crypto in everyday finance. But how, like, trillions come into stablecoins would help Ethereum, because most stablecoins like USDC and USDT are built on Ethereum's blockchains as ERC20 tokens. So this again would create more stablecoin activity. It would equal more transactions on ETH, more demand in ETH. More demand for ETH to pay gas fees, more builders on ETH. If trillions are hitting the market, that's this. This is crypto week that we're in right now. Plus you got XRP ETF this week. Congratulations if you're an XRP holder, because you made it this far to an XRP ETF. It took some time, but congrats if you held XRP up to this point, literally. ETH looks like it's trying to go. If the more ETH goes, Solana will follow. Bitcoin obviously has the lead. But Bitcoin can go down and these other coins can stabilize and money can go in. The more Bitcoin can stabilize and these coins can start pumping more as well. If trillions hit the market, guys, then Solana could just teleport to $220. You realize that, right? Like, if trillions hit the market, Solana would jump. Solana would teleport, basically. Like, if that's a big if. It's a big if. Like, it's a fucking big if. But if trillions hit the market, guys, Solana would teleport. Like, things would jump. It would happen fast. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I hope trillions hit the market. Like, Ethereum would probably like gallop. Like, I would see like Solana teleporting basically to like $220. If trillions hit the market, then yeah, we depends on how and we'll see. That's this week, so pay attention. I'm out. I'm gonna wrap it up. Yeah, if trillions hit the market, you'd probably see some cryptos teleport. Like, skip a price. Like, so, like, you'd probably see a few of the good ones. Like Solana would probably be like go. You'd probably see like a gallop. You'd probably see the market gallop. Just like take a gallop, you know. If trillions, because remember, there's already. Right now, how big is crypto right now? How big is Bitcoin right now? 2.3 trillion. Crypto's 3.6. It was 3.7 the other night. Trending coins. Meme coins are about to pump from the looks of it. Pengu. Bonk. Need whiff. Yeah, yo, if trillions hit the market, you would have like price skipping its heartbeats. Look at Sui. Yeah, like, if this stablecoin bill passes and trillions hit the market, guys, expect like Solana maybe to teleport, basically. Like, real talk. Someone said Jasmine. Yo, Jasmine's looking cute now. Jasmine's looking cute. Jasmine's finally moving. But y'all, I'm out. See y'all tonight. I'll be on YouTube tonight. I'll be on later. Gold. One last little look at gold. Like, I would at least try to look for 1 hour or 4 hour rejection, just because the market right now, the last 1 hour didn't even stick. So I would try to watch for a 1 hour rejection or a 4 hour rejection candle in this area if you're looking for longs. I would wait again, 1 hour or 4 hour rejection in here. Then that could possibly give you a bounce up. 33.25, but I'm going to be on tonight. I'm long on Solana, like I said. Told you guys about that. Long on Jupiter. Long on Jupiter and Solana. And pretty much at my entry. Yeah, it's at entry for Sol now. A little bit. It's pushing a little bit above entry right now for Sol. It's pushing a little bit above entry. So I'm long on Sol and Jupiter for those wondering. Alright. But yeah, I'm out. Peace, peace, peace. We'll be on tonight. I'll be back on YouTube tonight, yo. Alright. We'll be back on later.